lot of
From one
geologists
dive
on.
or total?
No, for, I think it was an expedition.
Oh.
We had like the geologists, like there was no biologists around, right? It's all
Uh-oh,
geologists.
so the geologists went to town.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it was. There was one rock that a geologist has had to have out on Okeanos once, and we brought it up, and it was like 60 kilos or something. Like the vehicle barely made it to the surface, and we never let that person live it down. That we just had this massive rock.
We did that with Sebastian on Falcor off the coast of Oregon, and it was what the scientists called a pop rock. So it had volcanic glass on it that had CO2 trapped.
Oh, cool.
In the glass. And it was this massive thing. So we got it on the porch and pinned it with both the T4s. And they spent days with that thing in the lab chipping away at it. And you could hear as you chip the glass, it would go pop, pop.
Huh, interesting.
Release the gas.
Were you off at Axial or?
No. We were just out in the Juan de Fuca Plate somewhere.
Oh, interesting.
If memory serves. Anyways, they beat on it for a week, and after that whole week, he had like, I don't know, maybe quarter to a half inch of real fine glass in a Ziploc bag, and after that he was done. So that was enough to take back and put in a mass spectrometer or whatever they do, melt it down and get the CO2 from whenever the thing was spawned out of the out of the, what do you call the throat of a volcano?
Caldera, crater.
No, and that came up in from deeper than that. Starts with an N. Mantle? Can't remember the word. Anyways, it's, it gives them a picture of what the atmosphere was like back then. But then he was done with the rock after that, so they were just going to throw it overboard in the bay, and I happened to be in Astoria with my pickup. So I asked him if, can I have the rock? Take it home, put it in my garden. It took two of us carry the thing down to pieces, throw it in the back of my truck, and I brought it home, and my wife was like totally not impressed. But my kids were in 4-H geology at that point, so they got out the rock hammers, and they beat on that thing for days. I told them the whole story, of course. It was lava rock. They were into volcanoes and rocks back then. And still, there's pieces of it floating around on the property. I imagine someday somebody's going to pick that up. Like, how did that rock get here?
One of, I don't know, most kind of inventive sampling I think I ever saw was we were diving on a very fresh volcano, like, a year old, and it was all glassed. And the geologist really wanted a sample of the glass. And every time they tried to pick it up, it just shattered. It was totally friable. Yeah. And so they found this, like, tongue basically sticking off at one. And they took the vehicle over, put the tongue in the rock box, and then just slammed the vehicle in reverse and tore the whole tongue off directly into the rock box. Didn't even use the manipulator arms.
I've done some similar sampling with Ropos, basically. Scoop it into the, or tilt it into the bio box.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can actually do that stuff anymore. They still allow that kind of, I guess it depends on the outfit. Have you ever seen the I forget who made the film, Delaney and Fisher and the Robos kids?
And the squids, where they cut the whole, where they got the whole vent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the vent in New York. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. We're back there. And I forget what museum we were in.
It's the New York Natural History Museum.
Yeah, that was it. Been a while.
Whoa.
And into the squid layer.
Right at 100 meters. don't you get him to veer to the right a little there, Chris?
You want that now? Okay.
Yeah, it's drifting out pretty hard.
Bridge, nav. Can we set the bearing to 045? We're on the captain watch now. We don't even have to call the captain to the bridge. Easy.
It's really taking a holiday there. We're going to have to wait at 50. So Jaden, you want to go manual there? Now we're going to stop when you have 50 on this number here.
50, all right.
Yeah, this is your payout number.
Yep.
I sometimes go by these and it makes people on the deck really nervous. You might want to give Mike a heads up. Oh, we're going to stand by.
All right, we're at 50.
Roger.
Oh man, it's coming down out there.
Is it? Oh.
Ask the bridge if that squall's just passing or is it going to rain for a while?
I'm glad not to be on deck.
Bridge. Can you see if the rain is passing, or is it look like it's going to stick
Dan, do you
around
want
for
me
a
to
while?
keep controlling the winch?
Nope, we're done.
Okay.
The deck will take over at 50. We're just pausing here because, so I should be directly behind the ship. And I can't lateral and vert.
Thank you, Bridge. It's going to pass.
Roger.
It doesn't seem like it rains consistently, just little squalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting you back. I offered to work the nav magic. You listen? Refused the offer.
Well, I like to have one less dynamic, so if we're going to do that, I like to not have the winch moving and not be slamming Herc at 100% vertical. It's like doing a frickin' snap roll.
But I like doing snap rolls.
I do too, but not with this old machine. I believe it or not, I babied the heck out of it. I know you don't believe that, but I can show you some pictures of one or two of the commercial vehicle to prove it. I'm gonna tear this thing apart in minutes. The other reason too, Chris, if I'm trying to do 100% verts and 100% lats, I don't have the beans.
Yeah.
And it gets the motor really hot, especially here at the surface. So if I can stop on the verts, and then I'll watch it for a minute now with the new course correction. Because sometimes you ask them to do this, and they do this or this.
Yeah.
Tell Mike, I think we're good. Tell Mike as soon as it stops raining, he can recover the vehicle.
It looks like it's just drizzling now.
Yeah.
Deck nav, we are all lined up and ready to start recovery.
Copy is stand by for 2 minutes, please.
Standing by 2 minutes.
Looks like instead of a fish, I caught a piece of coral with the net. It's that rare sticky net coral.
Professional crew.
That one's gonna stick.
Yeah. For sure.
That's part of the bingo, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be one stinky ROV when it comes up. It's completely covered in squid goo. I'm going to go for the launch and recover salvo.
Is this when I have to go down to the closet and give you the thumbs up?
Yeah, and I would advise going the back way. That's real ROVing out there, real deck work.
Is there anything else you want me to write in the red book?
You got the craft salute in there, right? And
Yep.
you might put a bit about adjust ballast to carry 2 Alvins. I put it in the chat, but
Alright.
could only come up at 20 meters a minute. What's the reasoning for that? Guess I should come up too. Get ready to turn your lights off.
Atalantas?
Yeah, you can turn them off now, actually.
All of them?
Yep.
Copy.
Control, back deck. Can you have Atalanta secure its thrusters, please?
And your thrusters.
Copy.
Thruster secured.
They're physically turned off. I wonder why they were going. Yeah, sorry, I should have had you disable. Hercules gets a goal. Thanks to some help from the navigator. Nav gets that goal. I didn't do anything.
It's kind of part of the game. I like going for the goals, but Dan likes to drive, so.
No, I like to touch the stick as little as possible, actually. So right now I'm thrusting forward as hard as I can, so I'm in tagline on Atalanta. And I'll click in auto heading just to make sure I don't do something silly like get tangled up in my tether. But I won't as long as we're going half a knot. But sometimes the ship will stop and we'll get slack in the tether, and then Herc will start to walk around. So at this point I'll slack off on pushing, and then Mike will hook his little things on, then I'll pull it back out.
Do you want to keep ship moving, or do you want to?
Yeah, whole time, all the way. If you stop now, a lot of times the ship will grab a point that's like right here
and boing,
and try and run me over.
Yeah.
Steady as she goes, mate. Steady as she goes.
Gotcha.
And with the cross current, then I would be off on the wrong side of the ship.
Yep.
It's trending me to the starboard side of the ship right now. Full lateral right. Was that Megan? Who was that? Who's in the orange jacket?
Looks like Gabby. Looks like Gabby's pants, I think.
Can identify her by her pants. That's accurate, yeah?
Gabby picked the wrong time to put the ground strap on Atalanta. So I'll put a little in the bank now. It looks like on this camera that I'm way over to the right, but I'm really not if you look at the center camera. And one of the things I start watching now is Herc's tail cam. So if I couldn't see the vehicle at all, I can still see my tether, the angle of the tether coming off of Hercules.
Yeah.
And I know the ship's headed that way, kind of going that way. So I should be going that way. Or opposite of Atalanta's heading. If I get turned sideways, one of the things where I'll notice it is that that tether will be coming off at an acute angle off the back of Hercules, which would not be a good thing. If it gets too acute, it can and has break the BSR off the back of Hercules. We tend to run them until they're past their born on date. They have failed. causes us work. I could technically be in bypass right now.
Bless you.
And the other one, I think Chris has stopped the sonars.
Yeah.
We should stop this one too. Otherwise we fire it back up on deck and it comes on and it's scanning and heats the oil up in the head. And it can get hot enough to puke some of it out.
Do you think they'd let me take a piece of my rock?
Yeah, I don't know.
Control, deck, that's Hercules 10 meters from the transom.
Copy, 10 meters from transom. That's a question for May.
Frame it and put it in my office.
So I'm turning my heading now, so I'm facing away from the boat, so I can't really lateral, but I can give it a squirt forward to stay outboard of the crane there.
Control, deck, that's Hercules passing the transom.
Copy, passing transom.
Come out of bypass now and make sure my auto heading is off.
Control, deck, that's Hercules coming out of the water.
And I'll wait until it's touching the docking head before I secure power. Power is secure.
Deck control, power is secured.
Now you can go pull that key out of the cabinet for Mike.
All right.
And give me the thumbs up so I can get out of here.
Bridge, nav. We can hold position.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, it was fun. So much fun. We went a little long.
Yeah.